Hey, hey. Okay. Um, so Whitney and I actually met through my mother. They worked together they were teaching together, and my mom knew of my struggles with just kind of like keeping our family healthy. The kids were getting a lot of recurrent infections, ear infections. We went through, I believe, 2 or 3 set of tubes. Um, and just constant sinus stuff and lots of doctor visits to the pediatrician, and just kind of at my wit's end, where I feel like a lot of you guys that have reached out and kind of wanted more information and have shared with me kind of your backstories, we're also looking for different solutions that were whole food and really nutrient dense and could help boost their immune system, and not just masking things and taking antibiotics and all of those things if they weren't necessary, if you could really help support their body's natural systems. So I went on the hunt, and my mom just happened to say, hey, there's this girl, Whitney, you've got to meet her. She runs a really great program with her company and shares a lot of whole food solutions. I think you should reach out to her. And I think I followed the Healthy Living group for about 6 or 7 months. And then finally I was like, it's enough already. We need a little bit of relief here. And so I reached out to Whitney and I was like, please help. I need some solutions for the kids. I think we need some better nutrients in their systems. My Hannah Banana, she's super picky with not really wanting to eat vegetables. And although we try to get some in and maybe hide some in juicing or smoothies, we're just not getting enough of the vitamins and minerals from a wide variety. And then what we were using with just like a multivitamin just ended up having a lot of sugar or maybe artificial ingredients that I wasn't sure were in her best interest either. So I just said, share with me what all that you have. And she shared a ton about whole food solutions, as well as I was gardening at that point and really interested in the tower garden that her company also has. And so we can control a little bit of our growing supply. We can have more that the kids can be involved in with the growing process, learning about different vegetables and fruits, and become more interested and get to try them a lot more. And so I just knew that I wanted to get involved to also share, because we were really excited about what we were going to be putting into our bodies, knowing where it came from, having the nutrition labels and all of those things. So I wanted you guys to meet Whitney and be able to hear a little bit more about the Juice Plus vitamins that we've incorporated. The omegas, for me, I have really genetic high triglycerides. And so there's omegas there and some different solutions, as well as the Tower Garden. You guys have shown that you love hearing about Tower Garden. So I figured all in one place, we can hear a little bit more about it and ask questions too. So I'll give it away to you, Whitney, to share a little bit.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, we are so glad that y'all are here. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see it. It comes. All right. So I'm just going to share with y'all. Our family has been a part of this company now. For 8 years, we used the health solutions, the products, for 3.5. And then I jumped in as a partner because I was already sharing it. Like any other mom, when you find something you love and it's working and you really believe in it, you want to help other people. And so our mission is to inspire healthy living. And that's what we love to do. So I'm going to start with sharing why we need whole food health solutions. And if you look at these statistics, you see that we are an unhealthy country. 1 in 4 people will die of heart disease. 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men will develop cancer. 1 in 3 will have diabetes by 2050. 1 in 5 children is obese. And that really hits home with me because I'm a mom of 4 kids. They are 12, 10, 8, and 6. So I look at this and I'm like, heart disease runs in our family, cancer, diabetes, obesity, all of that runs in our family. And so I want to do everything I can, not only for my kids, but for the generations to come, to change those statistics and help other families do the same. There's really 2 leading causes for why our health has declined as a society. The first is that environmental toxins are increasing. So some of these things we can control, and unfortunately, some of them we cannot. If you just think of the pollution in our air, the water contaminants, the pesticides, the herbicides that are put on our foods, prescription over-the-counter drugs, the things that we use on our skin and our hair, what we eat our food out of, all of those toxins are increasing. And unfortunately, at the same time, our food quality is decreasing. So the soil that we have now for our plants is so depleted compared to what it was 50 years ago. And on top of that, the foods that most people, we're all in a hurry these days, fast-paced society, we're just grabbing what's convenient. More than 50% of what Americans eat is processed. So they're eating in the middle of the grocery store with all those box foods that are full of preservatives and flavor enhancers. The meat has a lot of the growth hormones, a lot of the genetically modified foods. And so we have all of that, but then on top of it, our soil's depleted. And so even, like the broccoli, for example, loses 50 to 80% of its nutrients before we even purchase it. Or if you think about the bananas you get, typically they're green, so they were picked before they were ripe and then traveled so far, where we really need our fruits and vegetables to be from good soil, herbicide, pesticide free, and we need it to be fully ripe, just like a baby when we're delivering our baby full term. So the food quality is decreasing. And so this is oxidative stress. And I'm going to talk about this really quick for you guys. So the bad news is that oxidative stress causes aging and disease. So what is oxidative stress? That is the stress on your body. It can be from external things, like we said, the pollution, the food, the water, but it can also just be exercise causes stress on our body, the emotional stress you go through. Your cells are under stress, right? So the only way to combat that is by antioxidants, which are only found in fruits and vegetables and plants. So if you look at the apple, you can see the left side is the changed color because it's been oxidized, right, with the air. But then the lemon comes in, you put that on the apple, and it protects the cell, just like the plants do in our body. So even though we have all these contaminants, we have all these toxins, we do have hope because we know plants have those antioxidants that can help protect and heal at the cellular level. So we really need 7 to 13 servings of plants every day. And a serving is a fistful. And, athletes, pregnant, breastfeeding women really need even more than that. And what the challenge is that a lot of our produce is picked before it's ripe, transported thousands of miles. And on top of that, people are just not eating the quantity that they need every single day or the variety, because we need all of the colors in order to be able to get all of those phytonutrients, those plant nutrients. So this is a great picture of your synthetic supplements versus a whole food nutrition supplement. So if you look on the left here, you're going to see a supplement facts label. And our family used traditional vitamins for years. I mean, I did my best feeding the kids. My husband and I were marathon runners. Health and nutrition has been important to us, but we were using a traditional vitamin. So on a supplement label, you're going to see extracted, isolated vitamins. But if you look at an apple, so all of these listed right here, they're called phytonutrients, plant nutrients in one apple. And all of these work together. Let me go back. They all work together in our body. If you think about like a symphony or an orchestra, we need all of those nutrients to play that beautiful music, just like in our body. So so 8 years ago, I had just 2 kids. They were 4 and 2. And kind of like Jamie said, we were just struggling with sickness. My daughter had chronic ear infections. My husband had sinus infections. My son really struggled with eczema and seasonal allergies, but also he had reactive airway asthma. So he was on a daily inhaler. And we were using the vitamins. I was feeding them the best I could. But I was like overwhelmed, exhausted. There's got to be another solution other than putting medication. It was like putting a Band-Aid on a deeper rooted issue. And that is when I had a few friends share with me about Juice Plus. And when I looked at it, I was like, okay, this is different. This has a nutrition label. It's listed all of the plants that are on there. So you can look right here. These are all of the plants that are in Juice Plus. And it just made sense for us. I was like, we are adding this and I'm just going to see what happens. And within 1 month, my son's eczema completely cleared up. So I knew this is really getting into our bloodstream. And, sickness dissipated. So therefore the ear infection stopped. My son was able to get off his asthma inhaler. So this was a tremendous catalyst for our health. I also used Juice Plus in my 3rd and 4th pregnancies as a prenatal. And those babies and toddlers, now they're school age, never once had a sick day from preschool. So it really just shows the power of plants in our body. And I like to always ask people, most people may try to eat a variety, but how many of these are you eating on a daily or even weekly basis? Usually we're eating the same thing over and over, but we really need the variety of those phytonutrients in our body. So what is Juice Plus? Juice Plus is nutrition from over 30 fruits, vegetables, and berries. It's whole food harvested at the peak of ripeness, and it's pulverized. So we get the entire core, the flesh, and the peel. So like lemon peel is super high in vitamin C. So when we're getting the peel of the oranges and the apples, we're even getting more nutritional value than we are when we just eat the juice. And so they come in capsules or chewables. We also have an awesome plant-based omega. So many people have heard of fish oil or krill oil. Our omega is a full spectrum, and it skips the fish, goes straight to the plant source, the algae, so that we have no contaminants. It's super pure, super potent. Plant, obviously it's 100% plant-based, but we see a lot of improvement. I actually had a client yesterday share that his triglycerides had been cut in half in just 4 months from using the omega blend. So we see a lot of improvement there. We see great improvement with cognitive development in children, attention, a lot of improvement in anxiety and depression. Fantastic for pregnant and postpartum women. A lot of women are deficient in omega-3 and they don't even know it, but they have all these symptoms. And so the omega blend is fantastic for that. This is our complete product, which I love. This is a plant-based protein superfood powder. So I love it because it is a perfect blend of protein, fiber, and plant nutrition. And it has the complete amino acid profile. And so it has, you can see all the plants it has in it, but I use it as a meal replacement every day. It's my lunch every day. I use the powder for smoothies for the kids. You can see the energy balls. We use it to add protein and fiber to the kids' diets. You can make muffins, pancakes. I mean, you can put it in your coffee as a creamer. So it just adds protein. And I'm learning more and more how, especially us as women, we need a lot more protein than we're consuming. But it's, dairy-free, non-GMO, low glycemic. It actually has the glycemic index of broccoli. So it really keeps your blood sugar stable. And it's super great. We love it. This is our newest protein powder. This is really tailored for athletes, for pre-workout and post-workout. I love it. I drink it right after I work out. It has a lot of protein in it, and it's 100% plant-based as well. So we really enjoy the Perform as well. And something that sets Juice Plus apart, so we've talked about how it has that nutrition label, but also the research and the clinical studies behind it. So you can see that there's over 40 studies where these institutions around the world, so places like Vanderbilt, Cambridge, Nemours Children's Clinic, MD Anderson, all of these places have taken Juice Plus. They've studied it on humans, and you can see it's the highest level of research. So it's gold standard, placebo controlled, and there's, over 40 published in peer-reviewed medical journals. But they take Juice Plus and they see that it is, number one, bioavailable, which means it's absorbed in the bloodstream, which a lot of supplements are not. That's huge, because a lot of supplements, that's why you'll see your urine is like neon yellow, because it's not absorbed in the body. But the awesome thing with Juice Plus is it's absorbed in your bloodstream. And then we know that it does awesome things for the body. So just to name a few: cardiovascular wellness, it reduces systemic inflammation, supports your cholesterol, your triglycerides, skin health, your skin and gums, your immune system. And they've also done a recent study, your DNA is not your destiny, and how this plant nutrition helps turn off the bad genes and turn on the good genes. So this really sets it apart from any other nutritional product out there. This is the Tower Garden that Jamie and I love. We have the Flex Tower Garden. We've had it for 4.5 years, and we love it. So I have a black thumb. I tell everyone I have a black thumb. I can't keep anything alive, but my Tower Garden, it's like doing amazing. I water it like once a week at the most in the summer. In the winter, not even that much. You add your plant food to it. You can grow anything, greens, herbs, anything fruit bearing. So if you think about your squash, your zucchini, cucumbers, tomatoes, you can even do melons on it, watermelon. The list goes on and on. So anything that grows above the ground, you can put in your Tower Garden. So the Flex is what I have, because you can do it outside or inside. You can put your grow lights on it. This is our home garden. So some people just want to grow greens and herbs, and they want it to be inside. And so this is a great option for them. I just love in the summer being able to do all the vegetables and fruits and all of that outside. But it's super cool because I've been able to see anything that my kids have a part in growing, they're going to eat. And so this has been an easy way for them, even as toddlers, to like walk by and grab kale. But it's just super easy, simple. It yields so fast, and anybody can do it. So we love it. It's great. So people ask, okay, so how much is Juice Plus? How do I get started? Honestly, the price is the best part to me, because we have an amazing program where every adult can sponsor a free child. So this is just a few of the bundles that we have. But for example, the fruit, the vegetable, and the berry, if an adult orders that, it's $80 a month, and you can get a free child portion with it. The omegas are fantastic. It's like $1 a day, which is an amazing value for that price. And the complete, again, we use it as a meal replacement. Especially right now with the cost of food. $2.53 for a meal is fantastic. But the cost to me is the best part, because now it's when you go in the grocery store and you're like, an organic apple is $2. And that's just one piece of fruit. And knowing that our family, this is laying that foundation at the cellular level, and then it bridges the gaps for us. We do our best to eat well. We have the foundation, and then we know that this is supporting us. So there's really 3 different options for getting started. The first would be to become a customer. We take great care of our customers. We love managing your order for you. The second option would be, as you're listening, if you're like, okay, I know we need this. I can think of one person or two people that need this as well. You can become a partner. So it's just $52 a year to become a partner. You immediately are going to earn 10% on your order and anyone else that you share with. And there's no other obligation, expectation. You don't have to buy a certain amount. You don't have to sell a certain amount. You can simply enjoy your product for the best value. The third option is become a partner, $52 a year. And this is what we did. So almost 5 years ago, I became a partner. I thought, maybe I can help one or two families. I didn't really imagine that it would become a business, but God had other plans, which I'm so grateful for. And it has become a tremendous blessing financially for our family. It's been super part-time hours, but a full-time income. And I always tell our team and our partners, your income is a reflection of your impact. So the more people that you want to help, you're going to see your income grow. We have people that do a little bit and people that do a lot, and we appreciate everyone. And we're always looking for more people to help us. I mean, people need plants, people need fruits and vegetables, and this is the easiest way to bridge that gap. So we are always looking to help people. And our family is just so thankful, not only for the Juice Plus products and those health solutions, but for this business and for what is provided for our family, that I'm able to be home with the kids and really just have a fulfilling calling where I can help people and change lives one day at a time. So these are the options for getting started. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me or to Jamie anytime and we'll answer them. But we just want to thank you for watching and listening, and we would love to share more with you. I'm going to stop the recording.